Greetings, and welcome back to the Audio Wave Records home studio. I am DJ Audio. What you just heard was a piece of the new rhythm I produced using the reggaebeats.net brand new Ultimate Reggae Drumset Sample Pack, the Producer Edition. Dominik is back with a brand new product, and this time he's offering a sample-based library consisting of waveform files. The last time that I reviewed one of his products for YouTube, it was his Reggae Essentials DRUMSET MIDI pack. The major difference this time with this product is the file format. Now let's dive right in and check out this new sample pack. Okay, this is the email I received from Dominik, which is basically a receipt of purchase. I'm sure if you were to buy this product, it would look identical to this. Full disclosure here, Dominik did send me this download for free in exchange for doing this video and giving him a review. That doesn't mean, however, that I am bound to giving him a positive review. I would never be dishonest about a product, either privately or publicly, under any circumstances, especially with something that's costing you nearly $100. I feel more of a responsibility to the truth than to the person giving me their product. Dominik is also someone interested in producing the best product possible for his customers. So my honest feedback is crucial for refinements and development. Now that that's all out of the way, let's take a look at this download and see what you get for your purchase. If I click this link, it takes me to Dominik's website, reggaebeats.net, and this webpage of the product. The Ultimate Reggae Drumset Sample Pack Producer Edition features a huge collection of live recorded intro rolls, grooves, drum fills, and one-shots sampled on a punchy and fat drum kit. It is suitable for producers and artists who want to keep the authentic sound of live drums in their productions without having to hire a human reggae drummer. Once your download is complete, then you get a folder, a zip drive. When unzipped, it's called URDSP for Ultimate Reggae Drumset Producer Edition. The folder comes with 4 subfolders: drum fills, intro rolls, loops, and one-shots, and a PDF introduction. Let's click on that. Here we have the cover page. Thank you for purchasing this product. Library, you get 335 live recorded drum samples in total, 73 rolls, 36 one-drop loops, 33 rockers loops, 29 steppers, 38 steppers fills, 46 rockers fills, and 80 one-drop fills, plus one-shots for each kit piece. Dominik also offers something he calls the Artist Edition, and this one includes everything that I just mentioned as wet samples, quote unquote. In other words, they're mixed into one stereo file using EQ, compression, saturation, and reverb. The Producer Edition, which I'm reviewing today, features dry trackouts of each sample. This enables you to process the individual kit pieces as you wish and offers maximum flexibility for your productions. All samples recorded at 70 BPM. You can change that in your DAW. The drum set itself consists of one kick, which is a Pearl 22 by 16 inch. The toms are also Pearl 10 inch, 12 inch, 14 inch, Timbale, snare, Ludwig Black Beauty, and the Ludwig Superphonic, that's the dampened. The snare, you get both a crisp and a dampened, along with Zildjian, hi-hat, and cymbals. The files come to you as loops. The grooves or loops are organized and labeled clearly by style, one-drop rockers and steppers, respectively, and also by feel. You get both straight and shuffle. And the steppers grooves were split into different snare sounds, so one is the side stick and one's the actual snare. All loops come as an 8-bar beat and can be combined. You just simply insert them into your project. And with the producer edition, you get a separate folder of trackouts where you can find each groove's drum kit pieces unprocessed and separated. So you get the hi-hat, the kick, and the snare on separate tracks. And within the folder, you can listen to the wet samples as a guide to help you choose the right trackouts for your project. This is the case with intro rolls, drum fills, one-shots, and the loops. And lastly, you have Dominik's reggaebeats.net license agreement. Like I said before, you get 4 subfolders within the folder. One is drum fills, one intro rolls, loops, and one-shots. And as we open up these folders, let's start with the loops. You see the different styles, one-drop rockers and steppers. And as I open one of these up, one drop, straight. Let's open up the wet folder. You can see here each loop is numbered 1 through 22. And if we right click with our mouse on one and go to quick look, this is the best way I found to preview each loop. And once I selected one like this number 4 here, I can then go back to trackouts, find the corresponding folder, number 4, and here I have each sample separated on separate tracks. If I highlight each of these, I could drag and drop them together in my DAW. And now I have the loops separated individually with the snare, the hi-hat, the kick, and the overhead mics, all on separate tracks. I could mix them and do the processing myself now. The last time I produced a one-drop rhythm using the MIDI pack of Dominik's, so this time I decided to produce a song using the rockers style. I don't remember exactly which one I used, but I know it was in the rockers folder, shuffle, I believe maybe number 7 or 6, and just like I showed you a second ago, after previewing the one I wanted, I opened up the folder, highlighted them all, and drag and drop them in the DAW. Here you could see my session. I went with one of the rockers beats that had a dampened snare. The difference between a dampened snare and a crisp one is how much of a tail it has at the end, or how much sustain or decay. You can dampen a drum a number of different ways, but the most common way, and one way that's often used in reggae, is a method in which you place a small towel over the snare drum head and tape it down to the head. What this creates sonically is a shorter, almost muffled sound. Here, if you look at these two snare drum samples side by side, you can see a very distinct difference between them. The crisp snare has a very even decay that gradually tapers downward as it goes to flat, here. Whereas the dampened snare, after the initial attack, and short sustain here, drops significantly before it decays down to flat. You can also see that the dampened snare has a shorter decay time, the end of it being about right here. You could also see where the crisp snare continues on further. I love that with a dampened snare you get a very punchy, snappy drum, but it's really great that in this sample pack you get the option of one or the other, because it gives you both. Here in my session you could see I have the overhead drums, hi-hat, kick, and Dampened Snare on their separate tracks. But at the top of the session, I have all the drum fills and the intro at the beginning. The overheads for the fills are at the top, and the overheads for the drum loop are right above the hi-hat here. Then I've routed all these drums to a summing track here. And that's where I added a little bit of room reverb and a compressor. Then each one of these drum tracks has some EQ and effects added to them as needed. I'm not going to go through the entire production process today. I've done other YouTube videos on that in the past, but I will play you portions of this song with and without the instruments so you could hear how the drums sound in the mix. Here is the first verse, drums only. I also want to play you this section here that I made. It's basically a bridge, but I really like these two rolls right here. One roll leads into the drum loop, while the other finishes it off with an exclamation mark. And then you get 1 bar of space before the drums kick in for the chorus. Check this out here. Thank you for checking out this video on the latest product from reggaebeats.net, the Ultimate Reggae Drum Set Sample Pack, Producer Edition. I'm going to stop talking now and just play you the rhythm. First, just the drums, played all the way through with the instruments muted. Then I'll run it back, unmute the instruments, and let you hear the full rhythm in its finished form. Give thanks for watching, and please click that like and subscribe button. For my overall opinion/review of this product, I have to say it's a must-have for reggae producers. Drums are the most difficult thing in a reggae song to produce and have sound good, or sound anything like a real drummer. There's just no replacing the real live thing, especially if your drummer is recorded using high-quality microphones. But this product here from reggaebeats.net is as close as you could get to the real thing, and at a very reasonable price. Thank you, Dominik, for the opportunity to review such a great product, and thank you for working so hard to make such a great sample pack. You can really see how much time and expertise you put into this one.